I was extremely motivated to join the board here with InterAct, particularly because it was bringing together such an amazing and talented group of researchers, academics, industry leaders to really look at how the sector from an economics, social sciences perspective can really push forward on some of those key challenges that are really transformative at the moment in manufacturing, particularly around the transition to net zero, greater adoption of digital technology. And I was really excited to see the inputs and inevitably the outputs of that really talented team in relation to the InterAct research. I think UK manufacturing has had a really interesting time, to put it bluntly, in terms of Brexit, the pandemic, huge level of volatility, but also lots of opportunities in relation to new export markets, changes and disruption in markets, along with geopolitical issues. And what Interact's been able to do is provide that leadership to give much more confidence and really actionable insights to business leaders, but also policymakers and other organisations like my own, to actually think about how do they go from A to B. So how do they actually understand the existing landscape and think longer term for their organisations and how they fit into some of those really big transformative changes. And so Interact's done a really good job of unlocking those insights, particularly from things like the human factors, of course, the really critical element of the people within our businesses, and push forward on that agenda really strongly. And so it's really added that courageous leadership in this space. I think from my perspective, and I'm biased in this regard because all my work and experience is with UK manufacturing. So one of the really beautiful things about what Interact's done so well is not just within the team that's been working and doing a lot of the research projects and activities and insights, but actually we've been able to take a really international perspective and try and compare what the UK does and take those international perspectives and lenses to the research, which has been really, really powerful to think about that long-term transformative change for an ecosystem for manufacturing. The human element is absolutely vital. I mean, we've always had, for the last few decades, a skills shortage. The sector's crying out for people and trying to find those skilled people, and we're tackling those sort of vocational training challenges. So where Interact fits into that is actually that factories are only ever as good as their people. You can have all the kit, the best market, the best product, but actually it's the people that run the show. So actually Interact, by taking a really humanistic approach and thinking about, for example, the perceptions of manufacturing, what people see of manufacturing and how that affects the talent pipeline, has been a really, really critical and really important nature of the research, and really vital that it's taken that more human-centric approach. The lasting impact of Interact is the connections that it's built between industry, those actionable insights, and the network within that. I think that's really powerful, and that would certainly sustain. I know from my perspective, I can see that sustaining, but also the ability for those organisations within the sector to see the actionable insights from Interact, use that, and then provide them with the ability to be courageous leaders in manufacturing and push forward on some of those really important elements of the agenda around net zero, around the adoption of technology, and how manufacturing can continue to innovate moving forwards. I think very much to take them forward into their business, to think about one of the best pieces of work that I think Interact conducted was particularly around those perceptions of manufacturing. As I say, very challenging to find all the talented individuals with vocational skills in manufacturing. And part of that is whether people choose manufacturing as a sector. We've got a very much an outdated stereotype around what it looks like to work in a factory, which doesn't resonate with today. And actually those insights around those perceptions allow businesses to think about their recruitment models, their talent pipeline and career pathways into businesses, which is really, really important given, as I say, factories are only as good as the people in them. It's great to be able to join for the celebration event. Some amazing people coming together, really celebrating the success of the programme of the last few years. Some really, really hard work there. Some amazing, powerful insights into our sector. The international perspective, as I say, is really, really interesting to bring to life. And obviously that peer-to-peer networking ability from events like this also bring that to life in a really powerful manner.